With the Natref crude oil refinery out of commission, planes won't be able to fuel up. The aviation industry is scrambling to get a plan in place to ensure that planes continue to take off from Johannesburg.
The main issue really is that OR Tambo, which is one of the biggest airports in Africa, has a single pipeline that supplies jet fuel into the bowsers at the airport itself. And that single system is supposed to have redundancy. And we've been talking about this in the aviation sector for half a decade now, at least, saying to governments that they need to get themselves together and fix access supplies, because we need redundancy. We need a second supply line from the main tankers.
The fire at the national refinery caused extensive damages. It'll only be operational again in February, creating worries of a fuel shortage. This is the second crisis at ORT in weeks. Just as the holiday season kicked in at the beginning of December, over 50 flights were cancelled and travellers were left waiting for long hours as airlines were unable to refuel due to a faulty valve. Some aviation experts have warned that the situation at the airport is likely to worsen.
Because fuel is a national security element, is for the state to understand that having one or two refineries when we used to have half a dozen is not acceptable. We need to refine fuel oil. And what has happened is the economies of scale has kicked in here, and because we're at the bottom end of Africa, it means that it's really expensive to float crude oil to our entities here. So the alternatives are finding other suppliers and also increasing the number of refineries and then freeing up the marketplace to some extent, because the market is not a free trade.
AXA is convening an urgent meeting with industry stakeholders on Tuesday to prepare contingency measures for jet fuel supplies and has assured travellers there will be no disruptions. Sumitra Nadu, CGTN, Johannesburg.